Now, throughout March, we've met some amazing charitable Irish women who've made a difference to the lives of thousands in this country. Today's leading lady got an idea while she was having a chat around the kitchen table back in 1978. And 32 years later, Special Olympics Ireland is still going strong. Mary Davis must be really, really incredibly proud of what you've achieved so far.
Well, I think so many people have brought Special Olympics to what it is today, and started out as a very small organisation, but with big plans, big dreams, big vision. And it's wonderful to see now, all those years later, to see that come to a reality, and all of the people that helped it along the way as well. But really, what it was, I suppose what Special Olympics really is and was then, was a gateway to opportunity for people with an intellectual disability, and it was a gateway to empowerment and, as I say, inclusion, because many people at that time, 30 years ago or over, did feel excluded and marginalised and on the fringes of society.
I think it just broke down so many barriers, didn't it, over the years?
That's exactly what it did. It removed obstacles, it removed barriers, it provided opportunities, and I suppose most of all then it acknowledged the strength and the capabilities and the courage. And as Ger was saying, one of your previous guests who had written the book, you know, it's about belief, and it's about perseverance. And that's what Special Olympics is about. It's about providing all those opportunities for people with an intellectual disability. And so I was very proud to be part of that.
Of course, a very special year for Special Olympics in Ireland was 2003, when we hosted the World Games, and we still all remember the spectacular ceremonies and the celebrities who were involved and so on. But we're going to see some of the footage from there.
We had, you know, Tyrone Productions were involved in producing the opening ceremony at Special Olympics. So it was a combination of many people that, and we pull on all the reserves and, get all the information out of people. And
we had Sean Davey on this programme as well, who I know. And any time I hear that inside in Croke Park, it just reminds me of 2003 and just probably one of the biggest events that ever took place in this country.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, when you think of 165 countries coming in, 10,000 athletes and coaches, 177 host towns hosting all of the athletes. But I suppose it's not so much about, it was a big event, it was a fantastic event, but it's not so much about that as about what's happened now as a result of that. And when you look at Special Olympics Ireland today and the number of clubs, there's 426 clubs all around the country, scattered all around, athletes coming day in, day out, week in, week out to participate, and then they have all the competitions now that have been offered. And when you look back at 30 years ago, no opportunities, no competitions, no facilities for training. That's all changed. It's a huge impact, a ginormous transformation that has happened, not just for the athletes, but for their families and for all of the volunteers. 24,000 volunteers involved in Special Olympics today.
And of course, you've moved on since then as well, and your own title is quite scary in scope, MD of Special Olympics Europe and Eurasia. I mean, it's a huge area to cover, but what's your main focus?
Well, my main focus is to work with 58 countries that are my responsibility now, and to help them to build greater capacity so that they can carry out their daily work in relation to Special Olympics. So I suppose mainly what I'm involved in is bringing all the positive things that we've done in Ireland and transporting that, in a sense, to all of these countries. And of course, there are many difficulties and challenges in terms of diversity with many of the countries I'm involved with, both cultural diversity, economic diversity, linguistically, 58 countries, I deal with 40 different languages. But a lot of what I do is trying to engage people, trying to engage governments, get them to support Special Olympics, urging them to get involved and see the importance of the work that we're doing, the necessity of it, how urgent it is to provide opportunities.
Because I'm sure some of those countries aren't as progressive in how they deal and how they respect people with intellectual disabilities as perhaps we are here in Ireland.
Ireland has come a long way over the past number of years, and yes, there are many countries that do need to catch up, and that's a lot of the work that I'm trying to do. So getting ambassadors involved as well. I mean, Prince Albert, who's coming to Ireland next week, actually, we've been in touch with him, and he's introducing us to other people, and he's acting really, he and his future wife, as an ambassador to Special Olympics. So it's finding all those people that can help us in a way, and I suppose that's what I've done all my life. I've tried to build a team around me, and I have been fortunate to be able to build an incredible team of volunteers and different people that have helped us to get to the point where we are today.
And a very big day, on the, just very briefly, Mary, on the 15th of April.
There definitely is. I cannot forget to mention that on the 15th of April there's a big collection day to raise funds and continue the awareness campaign as well for Special Olympics. We're looking for 3,500 volunteers to come out and support us and to collect at various different times during the day. We can be contacted through the website or there's a telephone number as well. And I think it'll be a great event because, you know, the great thing about Irish people is their propensity to support and to give and to be generous. And if 2003 did anything, it showed us the generosity and the spirit of the people of Ireland. And I do a lot of work now in the whole area of active citizenship as well, and encouraging people to participate and get involved in activities in their parish, in their locality. And you can see the great difference that it makes.
Well, Mary, this is a chance for people to get involved. So if any of our viewers would like to help out and become one of the 3,500 people collecting on the 15th of April, you can pop onto our website where we'll have all of the information. And Mary, thank you very much for coming to see us.
Thank you. Thanks.
Now it's your last chance to enter today's competition, where we have €1,000 in cash to give away.
Plus, thanks to Mr. Kimpling himself, each of our daily cash prize winners